Hello, this is Brian Scuttle of Sonic Cinema. This is day 6 of the Sundance Film Festival. It's a pretty light day for me. A lot of catching up with movies that I hadn't seen yet. I've got my last screening for The World to Come at 3 o'clock, and then the awards tonight at 8. I caught up with a couple of documentaries that are going to be the final documentaries I cover this year. The first one is Natalia Almada's Users, and it's kind of a tone poem exploring the ways that humanity has used technology and some consequences of that. And she does it through the perspective of a new mother to from a new mother worried about whether their child is going to be more infatuated with the technology that they have put in front of them, or their mother. And it's an interesting film. It's got some really beautiful imagery. It's got a wonderful score that's performed by Kronos Quartet. It was probably just a bit opaque and vague in the way it approached things, and overall, though, it was an interesting watch, and I'm glad I watched it. The second documentary that I watched today, and the last one that I'll watch for the festival, is Captains of Zaatari, which is about two best friends who are obsessed with soccer, and they are Syrian refugees in a Jordanian camp, and they're not sure their prospects. They don't have a whole lot in terms of prospects when it comes to education and their legal status because of the fact that they're refugees. But they dream of getting out of the situation they're in through soccer. And they catch the attention of some scouts, and they are given an opportunity to possibly see that dream through. It does remind you a bit of Hoop Dreams, except it's only an hour 15 minutes as opposed to almost 3 hours. But it's no less engaging and no less emotional as you go through the journey with these two with these two teenagers. And it's a wonderful film. I think it's going to be a crowd pleaser when people do get a chance to watch it outside of the festival. And that's it for me as far as the documentaries for Sundance this year. There are still a few that I didn't get to, but for the most part, I saw all of the ones I basically wanted to. And that kind of goes for the narratives as well. And I'll talk more about that in my blog as well as my podcast, where I'll have an interview for you and just talk about what my best favorites were, as well as the experience of covering Sundance for the first time in this context. So thank you very much. This is Brian Scuttle of Sonic Cinema.